Hi, Dr. Rowe here, and we're going to talk about the long-term impact of the pandemic on children's mental health. I'm an integrative and pediatric mental health expert who's on a mission to change the way we view and treat children's mental health. If you're new to my channel, hit subscribe and make sure to turn on your notifications so you get my new video every week. Let's dive in. So, children's mental health has absolutely been impacted by this pandemic. From the impact on just overall family stress and burnout, from being disconnected with their friends and family, an inability to travel, virtual learning that was kind of like thrown together. This past school year was sort of the Wild West educationally. There was a lot of things that really kind of threw their world into turmoil. And what we do know is that things were already bad for children's mental health before the pandemic. 1 in 2 children in the United States has a physical or a mental health problem. That's 54.2% of children struggle with something. Anxiety, depression, obesity, asthma. Our kids already were in crisis. Even though kids are struggling, they are resilient. One of the best things that has come out of this pandemic and is a real silver lining is that families are recalibrating. They're focusing on their health. They're deciding what's important. And what's happening is the whole family's benefiting, and so are children. People are making lifestyle changes. They're deciding that health is important. They are rethinking how much they work. They're rethinking their diet. And this has really helped people to understand that stress is something that is always there. The pandemic obviously is a big stressor on families in so many ways, but we always have stress in our life. And so what parents are learning and families are learning and individuals are learning is that we've got to take care of ourselves every day, no matter what's going on. So my big Dr. Rowe no is assuming that kids aren't resilient. So even though we're really worried about the long-term impacts, what we do know is that children are resilient. And the more that they can cope with stress, right, the more they inoculate themselves to stress, the more resilient they are. And resiliency, that ability to see stress differently, manage stress, and recover from stress is tied to overall mental health. So building resiliency in children is a key protective factor in mental health. And that's what we need to focus on. My Dr. Rowe Go is making those necessary lifestyle changes. So if you're a teacher, if you're a therapist, if you're a parent, you have an ability to impact the mental health of the children and teenagers that you touch in your life. And so teaching them about stress management and that as little as 10 minutes a day can make a huge impact on mental health is a huge asset for them and helps to build that resiliency. And it's something that we all can do, and it's something that all kids can learn. Focus on adding daily stress management tools. Can't say this enough. Parents can do this. Teachers can do this. Therapists can do this. From breath work to biofeedback to yoga to exercise to dietary changes. These are lifestyle changes, but there are many tools that anybody can add to their lives. And there's really an a la carte menu, and no one thing works for everybody, but certainly doing breath work is a great place to start. And you know I'm a fan of the 4-7-8 breath. In for 4 seconds, hold for 7, out for 8. 3 reps, 3 times a day can have a dramatic impact on your nervous system. Helps it to get out of this hyper state and into a more regulated state. So important for physical and mental health. Get help from a licensed mental health professional if you or a child you care about is struggling with mental health. Nobody ever regrets getting help. They only regret when they don't. And therapists are pretty magical. They're trained to help you really dive in give you those tools, show you the hacks. And we often think of therapy as that place to just sit there and complain about your mother. And really great therapists teach you those tools, right, to really turn around behaviors. And I know in my Teletherapy Toolkit, I help to give therapists those tools. So I hope you're feeling positive that children are resilient beings. We're role models for them, but there's so much we can do. And during this time of pandemic, I hope you're recalibrating and focus on your own mental health. And it's a tool that will help you for today and tomorrow. So remember, if you or a child you care about is struggling, it's going to be okay. I am here to show you how to help children and teens feel calmer, more focused, and just feel good about themselves. I want to hear your thoughts about how you think this pandemic is going to impact children's mental health in the long term. So drop it in the comments below. Catch you on the next episode. And remember, subscribe to the Dr. Roseann Show, where we talk about natural and effective ways to reverse children's mental health issues.